Okay, remember to turn off the sound. So really quickly. Okay, oh, what happens on my... So we're gonna go ahead and start with this. So everyone, welcome to ESL today. Okay, again, remember it's a multi-level class. So we have a lesson for today, Thursday. We have 2 different lessons. So I want to go to the next slide. So today we're gonna do a warm-up. Okay, we're gonna do a reading comprehension and then we're gonna do a list of verbs. But I think we're gonna start with the reading comprehension first. So with our reading comprehension, I went ahead and added that assignment to 5th week. So semana 5, 5th week, week number 5 for September 7th and 9th. We have Quizlet action verbs is 1, and then we have reading comprehension is 2. So today, okay, we're gonna start with reading comprehension. We're gonna click on here, and then it says that one of you turned it in, but I wanna make sure that we read it together. We wanna make sure we read. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom, and I'm gonna number the paragraphs. So paragraph 1 starts with Becky. And then paragraph 2, okay, we're gonna also start with Becky. So we have 2 different paragraphs. And let me see if I can zoom a little bit more so that you guys can see it. So I need to make sure to clear this. And let me make sure that I number them again. So paragraph number 1, and then paragraph number 2. So I want you to hear me read this first, and then I'm gonna ask, okay, 2 volunteers to read number 1. So
I read number 2.
okay, Alba, let me first read number 1. So the first one says, Becky was visiting Aunt Agatha at her house at the beach. It was a beautiful summer day. Becky had built a giant sandcastle that morning. Aunt Agatha took pictures of the castle to send to Becky's parents. It was a great big sandcastle. Later that morning, Becky and Aunt Agatha went swimming in the ocean. It was fun to jump with the waves. Then they went in the house and ate sandwiches and strawberries for lunch. 2 says, Becky wanted to play on the beach that afternoon. Aunt Agatha told her it was too hot to go outside without a hat on. Becky didn't have a hat. Aunt Agatha told her not to worry. She could wear one of hers. Becky tried on 4 hats. The pink one was really pretty, but it had a big bow in the back that was too long for Becky. The green hat was too fancy for Becky. Okay. The green hat was too fancy for Becky. She did not like that hat at all. The blue hat was nice, but it had an ugly bird on it. Then Becky saw a big brown hat with a yellow ribbon on it. That hat was made of straw. It was a perfect hat for the beach. It was too big for Becky's head, but she didn't care. It was a great hat. So we are reading the reading comprehension. Let me get my daughter to watch TV right now, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, my husband's not here. So we have Becky and Aunt Agatha. Okay, and we know based on the picture that they're at the beach. So I know that Alba said she wanted to read number 2. Okay, but I'm gonna have 2 and 2. So Alba will read number 2. Okay, but I need 2 volunteers to read number 1.
Can I read number 1, teacher?
So Mildred?
Yes.
Okay. And then I need 1 more because we'll repeat it twice. Okay, Blanca, okay?
Yeah.
So Mildred, go ahead and start reading number 1, please.
1. Okay. Reading comprehension. Number 3. Becky was visiting and Agatha at her house at the beach. It was a beautiful summer day. Becky had built a great a gate sand castle that morning. Anna Agatha looked pictures of the castle to send to Vicky parents. It was a great big sand castle. Later that morning, Becky and Aunt Agatha went swimming in the ocean. It was fun to jump with the waves. Then they went in the house and ate sandwich and strawberries for lunch.
Okay, thank you so much, Mildred. And then Blanca, read it one more for us, please.
The first,
Yeah, number one again.
Becky was visit Aunt Agatha at her house at the beach. It was a beautiful summer day. Becky and built a gift sand castle that morning. Aunt Agatha took picture of the castle to send the Becky's parents. It was a great big sand castle. Later the morning, Becky and Aunt Agatha went swimming in the ocean. It was fun to jump with the waves. Then they went in the house and ate sandwiches and strawberries for lunch.
Okay, thank you, Blanca. Good job. Okay, and then Mildred, good job too. So for number two, I need one more volunteer. Okay, my first volunteer is Alba. Okay, so David, you want to, okay. So David, you'll be the second volunteer. So let me go ahead and have Alba start with number two, please, Alba.
Becky wanted to play on the beach that afternoon. Aunt Agatha told her it was too hot to go to outside. With a hat on, Becky didn't have a hat. Uncle Agatha told her not to worry. She could wear one of hers. Becky tried on 4 hats. The pink one was really pretty, but it had a big bow in the back that was too long for Becky. The green hat was too fancy for Becky. She did not like the hat at all. The blue hat was nice, but it had an ugly beard on it. Then Becky saw a big brown hat with a yellow ribbon on it. That hat was made of straw. It was a perfect hat for the beach. It was too big for Becky. I can see, maestra. Okay, thank you. For Becky. Head about, she didn't care. It was a great hat.
Okay, thank you, Alba. Okay, and then everyone, okay, my husband's here. Apenas acaba de llegar mi esposo. Let me go ahead and take 2 seconds. Hold on. David, I'm so sorry. So David, you're the next one. So thank you, David.
Okay, Becky wants to play on the beach the afternoon, and Agatha told her it was too hot to go outside without a hat on. Becky didn't have a hat, and Agatha told her not to worry. She could wear on off hers. Becky tried on 4 hats. The pink one was really pretty, but had a big bow in the back that was too long for Becky. I can see the other words in the right side, teacher.
Oh, what happened? All right, let's see. Can you see them now or no?
No, I can see in the. Let me see.
Let me see.
Okay, I got it.
That's
Oh, you move it.
there.
Okay, there.
That green.
The green hat was too fancy for Becky. She didn't not like it the hat all. The blue hat, the blue hat was nice, but it had an ugly bird on it. The, then Becky saw a big bow he had with a yellow ribbon on it. That hat was made of straw. It was a perfect hat for the beach. It was too big for Becky. Her, but she didn't care. It was a green hat.
Thank you. So let me go ahead and stop sharing this a little bit. Okay, whenever you can't see my computer or if it's too blurry or if something happens, please let me know. Por favor, déjenme saber si la computadora no se mira bien. Okay, sometimes it might be that it's my connection. It sometimes might be that it's your connection. So please let me know. As far as the phone, el teléfono, if you're on Zoom on your phone, okay, you can zoom in or you can zoom out. Okay, with the phone you have more flexibility, tienen más flexibilidad de que agrandar la pantalla o hacerlo más pequeño, so you can extend it or you can make it small. Not so much on the computer. Okay, it's on the computer, it's a little bit more challenging, but on a phone, okay, you can manipulate it. So,
Okay.
And then Sarah, please turn off the microphone because sometimes we hear, okay, what's going on at, okay, in your house, please. Okay, let's see. So going back to this, okay, now we have a total of 6 questions and the questions should be easy, should be. So for example, question number 1, where is Becky? And then there's a typo here. Okay, where is Becky? Okay, is she at the store? Is she at the beach, at school, or at home?
At the beach.
At the beach.
So this should be simple.
the beach.
She's at the beach. Okay, the next one, who, that is so weird, is Becky visiting? Her grandparents, her friend, her sister, or her aunt?
Agatha.
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 Okay, number 3, why didn't Becky like the blue hat? Why didn't
It's
she?
too fancy.
Was it too fancy? If we look at the top part, the blue hat was nice, but it had an ugly bird on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ugly bird on it.
Ugly.
So A, B, C, or D? Which one?
C.
See,
Letter C. It had an ugly bird on it. So number 4, why didn't Becky want to wear the pink hat? So why didn't she want to wear a pink hat?
The bow was too long. It's too long.
Okay. So there was a pink hat, but it had a big bow. And it was
it's a number. It's a 8. No.
So
yeah,
is it
8.
A, B, C, or D?
8.
8.
The bow was, I don't know,
Too long.
too long.
Too long.
Number 5, why did Aunt Agatha want Becky to wear a hat?
Because
Because it's too hot.
hot.
Too hot. Good job. Letter B.
B.
And then number 6, why did Becky like the brown hat?
It's pretty.
Perfect.
It was a yellow and the brown
Perfect.
red
It's perfect.
made.
It is
Letter B.
That hat was
Perfect.
a star.
And I'm sorry, it has all the W's are all out. No, I don't know why. So it was perfect. Okay, and here, then Becky saw a big brown hat with the yellow ribbon on it. That hat was made of straw. It was a perfect hat for the beach. Okay, so it could be B. It was a perfect hat.
Perfect.
She liked the hat because it was perfect. So again, okay, remember one of the things that we want to make sure that we do in ESL is practice, 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 practice. Okay, and one of the things that we're going to go ahead and practice here in ESL is going to be, okay, reading. So reading is super important for us to practice reading. Okay, so reading, okay, and obviously if we take time in class to read it, you're also practicing listening. Okay, you had 4 classmates today, 4. We had David, we had Blanca, we had Alba, we had Mildred read, okay, this, so you were practicing listening as well. So we're practicing reading and we're practicing listening. Right now we're not practicing writing because we're not writing anything. Okay, but for example, David, Blanca, Mildred, and Alba, they also practice speaking. Okay, remember, if you're reading out loud, okay, like what the 4 students did, those 4 students were practicing their speaking, okay, in English. So make sure that you understand we're practicing reading, we're practicing listening, and then David,
Speaking.
Blanca, Mildred, okay, and Alba, we're practicing speaking. So let's go ahead and move on. So tonight, I want to first start together, okay, doing this assignment. So before we go on to Quizlet, I want you to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So in your notebook, and el cuaderno in the notebook, go ahead and get your notebook. Go ahead and copy the word, okay, arrive. Copy the word leave. Copy the word appear. Copy the word disappear. And let's make this bigger because I think some of you are like, ¿qué dice? What does it say? Okay, arrive, leave, appear. Number 4, disappear. Number 5, fight. Number 6, save. Number 7, drop. Number 8, find. Number 9, win. Number 10, lose. Number 11, play. So once you're done with that, I want to make sure that we can make a chart. And we want to go ahead and practice this before we come back from break. Okay, so we're going to practice it once, una vez. Okay, and it's just going to be the simple present. Okay, and the reason why we want to practice this, we're going to start with new conjugations tonight. Nuevas conjugaciones esta noche. So conjugations right now, we're still doing simple present. Okay, super easy. It should be super easy. Okay, but we're moving on to the continuous. And if you don't know what the continuous is, don't worry, but we have arrive, leave, appear, disappear, fight, save, drop, find, win, lose, and play. We have a total of 11 words. So I'll come back right now. But on today's class, we have Quizlet. So remember, we want to make sure that we have two areas. One area is Google Classroom. The second area is going to be Burlington English. So first area is Google Classroom. Okay, we're going to click on Quizlet, action verbs. We're going to click on action verbs. And it's going to take us here. It's going to give us the word arrive. And for example, if we click the audio,
arrive,
we click over, it shows us a picture. Here we have President Obama with his wife and his two daughters. They arrive. Again, the word arrive, that's one. Number two, we have the word
leave,
leave. If we look at the picture, it's someone who's leaving, someone who opened the door and leaves. Okay, if we look at number three,
appear,
appear. Okay, and then we look at our picture, we have a magician appearing a rabbit. Okay, to appear. And then remember, I don't know about the other languages, but in English and in Spanish, we have a lot of cognados, a lot of words that look and sound the same in English and in Spanish. So for example, for my Spanish speakers, appear, algo que aparece. Appear. So let's look at this word.
disappear,
Disappear. Okay, and then here we have this picture. Okay, and we can notice that the man is becoming invisible. Okay, the word disappear. Okay, then we have this picture for fight.
Fight.
Again, this picture, these two people may be fighting. Okay, if we look at the next picture, save.
Save.
Okay, for example, maybe this is a lifeguard. Maybe he's throwing a, what is it, a lifesaver? And the man or the woman is going to be saved. Okay, and then again, remember, it has a speaker.
save,
Save. Looking at number 7, we have a picture, a hand and a ball. Drop. Okay, for example, we drop. Okay, I'm holding a pen and then I drop it. Okay, drop. Okay, here we have a little girl and an egg. Find. The little girl finds an egg. Okay,
Teacher, I don't know how to get in Quizlet.
Okay, Nagi, you haven't, remember that you have Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, you have the link. Go to Google Classroom and go to the link, please.
Okay.
Okay, let's do the last 3. Okay, we have this girl and then 2 other girls next to her. She won. She wins.
Win.
Okay, remember, in the past, won, but in the present, win. Then we have this picture of soccer players. Lose. Okay, the Brazilian team, loses, and not all the time. But in this picture, they lost. En esta foto perdieron. Okay, let's look at the next one. We have little kids playing soccer. Play. Play. The word is play. So for any of my students who want to make sure that they understand the words, remember Google Classroom. One of the ways that you can look for Google Classroom is if you open a new window. We can put in the search Google put classroom. And then we're gonna get something like this, Classroom Google for Education. Sign into Google Classroom. Either one is gonna take us to Google Classroom. I would say sign in. And then it's gonna take us here. And then you go to ESL. And then you have stream, and then you go to classwork. In classwork, when you click week number 5, 5th week, you go to Quizlet, and then you can review it. So what we're doing tonight is we're doing a short practice with verbs, short practice. So let me go ahead and have you, if you can access Quizlet, I want you to take maybe 5 minutes. Okay, and then if you can't find it, okay, let me go ahead and send it to you in the chat. So in the chat, please look for the Quizlet. I just sent you the Quizlet in the chat, and then I'm gonna send you the Quizlet on Remind. Okay, so there's 2 areas that I sent you the Quizlet, 2 areas. Okay, in the Zoom, the chat from Zoom, there's the link, está el enlace. And then also in the Remind, okay, you should have gotten a text message on your phone, okay, with that. If you click on it, it takes you here to Quizlet. So open it. Okay, you're learning the word arrive, leave, appear, disappear, fight, save, drop, find, win, lose, and play. There's only 11 words, only 11 words. So let's go ahead and take, I want you to go ahead and do, you know what, let's go ahead and do 6 minutes. I want you to go through those words for 6 minutes. 6 minutes, please. And then we'll come back and do the verbs right now. So let's do 6 minutes and then we'll do the verbs. Okay, does anyone have any questions? So Morelia, Selene, Blanca, Mildred, any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, what about Melissa, Iris, David, Alfredo, Sarah? Any questions? No?
No,
Okay.
teacher.
Tina, Lily, Jessica, Jack, or thank you. Okay, any questions? No? Okay, what about Adrian, Rosa, Jose Luis, Ariane? Okay, Angelica, questions?
No, teacher.
No, ninguna.
Gracias. A ver, Nagi, que Saúl, Wewe, San Juana.
Excuse me, teacher.
Questions? Yes, Ariane?
I don't understand why you tell me to us to do.
Ariane, you're working on the vocabulary. So I just showed you 2 areas where to. So I have it on Google Classroom. So if you go to Google Classroom right now, and look for 5th week, September 7th and 9th. You have Quizlet. Click on it, and then click on the link.
Okay.
Or okay, if you can't see this on Google Classroom, then you can go to Remind. Okay, on Remind, I just sent everyone the message. Okay, the message says, okay, https quizlet.com. You can click on that link. Or, okay, if you know how to use a Google Chat, okay, I'm going to show you everyone. Okay, the Google Chat has this for everyone. Okay, everyone has the link as well. So let me go ahead and start everyone back on the 6 minutes. Okay, I want you to do 6 minutes of studying those words. 6 minutos, 6 minutes, and then let me ask Weiwei, San Juana, Giovanni, any questions? Okay, what about Alba? Okay, Brenda, Cindy, Yaviv, Olivia, any questions?
Teacher, can you help me on Quizlet because I get it on my
On your phone?
I get it on my my chat, and then I don't know how to get in.
Okay, so let me show you. Don't tell me it does that. All right. Hold on. Sorry. So for example, if you're on your phone, okay, the last message should be my message. So if you click on it, it'll open up Quizlet. Did this open up, Nagi?
Yeah, I open it now. It say arrive.
Okay, so when you open it, for example, arrive, you can click back and forth.
You can click what? You can click what?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Are you hear me? Hear me? I see there is arrive on the top, and there is learn, flash, cards, write,
So-
math, test.
So Nagi, there's arrows on the bottom. You can click the arrows so you can see the next word. The next word is leave. Or you can move your screen and then it tells you what the next word is. And then you move.
I can click on leave. Study this seat. Leave.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I press on leave. Okay. There's leave, appear, and there is disappear, and fight, save, drop.
So that's when you're moving the flashcard. But if you click on tap on the, oops, hold on. If you tap on the top of the word, tap, it'll show the picture. And then tap again in the middle.
Yes, picture. You can say picture.
I'm sorry, Lily, can you repeat?
Yes, picture. I say the picture and the word.
Yes.
Okay.
So if I press arrive, it can say something.
Yeah.
That all I need?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, everyone.
Sure.
Okay, so everyone, we're gonna take 30 more seconds and then I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you. Okay, so I'm gonna have you all stop. Okay, and then I want to really give you this as a game, but I first want to go ahead and do the game with you. So Quizlet, we can do a game. On Quizlet, they're going to show you the word, and then they're going to show you 4 pictures. So here we have a picture with the magician and the rabbit. Then we have a door and a person. Then we have a soccer team. And then we have a hand with the ball. The word that I have in front of me is lose. So which picture represents the word lose?
Number 4.
Number
2.
So if I
So
number them, this is number 1.
the right and the top. Yes, number
It's
1.
number
Number
2.
2. Number 2.
It would be number 2.
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and look at our next word. Our next word is appear.
This is number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Okay, the word appear.
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, I want to look at the next word, leave.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4, yeah.
Number 4.
What about, okay, drop.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Thank you.
Number 4.
Okay, the next word is save.
Number 2.
Number
Number
2.
2.
Number 2.
What about the next word, play?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1. 1.
So I want to show you all that I have a number.
Number 2.
Okay.
Number 4. Number 4.
Number 4.
4.
So I'm going to show you before
Number 4.
Food.
it gives me a number, and I want to make sure that you guys see it. 6 out of 11.
Number
Number
4.
4.
Number 4.
So as soon as I get 11 correct, then I win. Okay, the game is over. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, and I know you all said that defined is number 4, but what if we get the wrong one? What if I click number 1?
No.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Guess what? It says, okay, do you
Oh.
try again? And then okay, it takes me back to 0.
The number 2.
Number 2.
So when
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Nice.
what about a
Number
peer?
2.
Yeah. Number 2.
Here.
Number 2.
1.
Number 2.
2.
Okay, the word play.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Word save.
Number
Number
1.
1.
Okay, what about the word fight?
Number 1.
Number 1. Number 1.
1.
Okay, let's do the next word, the word lose.
Number
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Okay, what about the next word? Okay, leave.
Number
Number
3.
3.
3.
The word drop.
Number 4. Number 4.
Number 4.
Okay, I want you to read
Number 4.
Number
Number
4.
4.
we have 2 more to do. The word arrive.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number
2.
2.
Number 2.
And then our last word, disappear.
1.
1.
1.
So then it says you win. I want to see if you guys can play this with me. I hope that you guys can. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to give you, let's see. I am gonna go ahead and send you all, okay, in the chat, okay, the link. So there's a link in the chat. You don't have a number yet, so wait, give me a minute. Okay, and let me go ahead and go to Quizlet. And then the number is 558-515. So go ahead and put that as your number. And then hold on, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and send that to in the chat as well, in the remind. Okay, so again, our number is 558-515.
Five.
I already have Melissa and Selene, okay, in the game. And then remember, you're going to the link. So click on the link.
What is the number, Miss Guerrero?
It's 558-515. Or if you want, if you have your phone, you can put the phone on the QR code. Okay, and then it has to come up here. So when it comes up here, it'll take you here, and all you have to do is put your name. Write your name. So thank you, Camroom. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Alba. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Rosa. Thank you, David. Thank you, Yavid. Thank you, Brenda.
Teacher, what's the number, please?
It's on the screen. It's 558-515. So I have 18 players, 18 of you. So remember, 558-515 is the number.
Teacher, I write in the numbers and my name in the chat, and then I don't see my name there.
Okay, Mildred, you have to go on the website.
Oh.
Okay, no, don't worry. So remember, I sent you the link. So when you click on the link,
Okay.
it'll take you to this website.
Okay.
And then enter the join code. And our code was 558-515. 558. We have 6 players, and there's 30 of you. Okay, so I think we're good with 25. So 20, 29, 30. 3 of you didn't join, that's fine. Okay, but the 27 that joined, I'm gonna start the game. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try it and see how well you guys do. So again, okay, not everyone joined, which is okay, está bien. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start the game. And it says that the following people were disconnected. Rosa and Cindy, you were disconnected. So let me go ahead and go back and add. So let me go ahead and make sure that you guys are on here. So remember 558-515. 558-515. Okay, you're gonna go ahead and click continue, and then we can study while we wait. So let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and create it, and then we're gonna start the game.
¿Lo volvemos a poner el código?
Es que yo no sé qué pasó, Rosa, pero ya comencé el juego. No sé si te sacó.
Ok, es que como estoy en el celular, voy a intentarlo otra vez.
Ok. Okay, so Cindy won the first game. So let me go ahead and see if we can add more players. So again, we have 26 of you, and there's 31 of you today. So I'm going to go ahead and see if anyone else wants to play. Let's give you 30 more seconds. So Alfredo, you're on. Thank you. So let's see. And then Melissa, okay, if you can log on again, please. So Mildred, I see you. Okay, Jessica, Adrian, Brenda, I mean. So let's see. Okay, we'll wait a little bit more. Okay, okay, we'll start it once I see Melissa. So remember, okay, if it kicks you out, okay, you can just go ahead and refresh. Oh, mine, it won't work. So let me see. I think that's, let's go ahead and create game. Let me see. So it said, okay, Cindy was kicked out. So let's go ahead and start game. Okay, and then the winners, Yadid. This time, let's go ahead and play one more time, and then we're going to take a break. So start game. Okay, and then Yadid again was the person. So we're going to go ahead and close this. Okay, and remember, this is just for practice. Okay, we want to make sure that we know the words in English and that we know them, okay, and how to use them. So, okay, what we're going to go ahead and do then is take a break. It's already 7:18. Son las 7:18. Okay, I just wanted to go ahead and say thank you to my new students who I see for the first time. So I think Alfredo, you're new today. I hadn't seen you, so hi, Alfredo. Okay, let's see who else is new. One other person. And I don't see her anymore. No sé dónde se fue. Okay, but okay, if you're new, thank you for being here. Oh, San Juana. Okay, thank you, San Juana. Okay, for being here. We usually start at las 6. Comenzamos at 6. We start at 6. Today I was late. Okay, but 6. Okay, all the way to 8:30, and then you get to have a break in the middle. Okay, being on Zoom, okay, no podemos estar conectados por 3 horas. Like honestly, we cannot be connected for 3 hours. Okay, I taught my high school students last year, and it was hard. So I understand being connected to the screen, so we need a break. Okay, it is 7:19. Let's go ahead and take a short break today. And I'm sorry that I'm not going to give you 14 minutes like I normally give you. So we're going to take a 12-minute break today. So let's go ahead and take 12 minutes. You can stay connected, but turn off your microphone and your camera, or you can log off and then come back at 7:32.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you.
هستی بخواب یه چرت بزن نخواب
So my videos, okay, are going to be posted, and I'm sorry because it takes forever. Okay, one, I want to make sure that I apologize to all of you because it takes forever, okay, to download them from Zoom and then to put them on YouTube. Any of you, for example, Alfredo and anyone else who's new, okay, I just started recording for week number 4. I don't have anything for week number 1. I don't have anything for week 2 or for week 3 as far as videos. But if you go to Google Classroom, okay, you have assignments, okay, for the first week if you want to review. Okay, you have assignments for the second week if you. Okay, you have assignments for week number 3, and then last week was week number 4. We have classroom number 1, and then we have classroom recording number 2. So we are gonna start recording the. Whenever you want to, you can come here and click the recording. You can come here, okay, and click the recording. Okay, so what we're gonna go ahead and finish with tonight, and then we're gonna go to Burlington English, okay, is gonna be the following. Okay, right now, okay, a couple minutes ago, maybe like 5 minutes ago, okay, I published practice, conjugation, and sentences. So here, it's gonna do, okay, the actual page, the activity. So today's activity, okay, you're gonna click on it. Everyone has a copy. Everyone has a copy. So if you know how to work technology, okay, I would say work with the technology. If maybe you don't like technology or maybe technology is difficult, okay, you're gonna be making charts. So our first verb is arrive. And it's the same verbs that we just saw. We're gonna put arrive. And then you're gonna put the pronouns I, you, he, she, we, and they. So I want to make sure that you understand, hey, we have to have these pronouns. Okay. In the simple tense, arrive, how does it change? Okay, and I want to make sure that we practice, okay, verbs because we're moving on to the next unit. So for now, okay, I want you to see, okay, the first one. So for the word arrive, I put I arrive. For you, you arrive.
Arrive.
For he arrives. And this is where I wanted you to see that we have to include an S.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the word arrives again. She arrives. Then we have we arrive.
They arrive.
They arrive. This is when we want to make sure that we are doing together. So I arrive, you arrive, he arrives, she arrives, we arrive, and they arrive. What I want to practice today, because we don't always get to practice sentences. How do we use these words in the correct context? If arrive means to arrive somewhere, to be somewhere, okay, I'm going to say, I arrive
late.
Wait. So
Today.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, it has to be in the past tense.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Because it was late. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I tried to arrive on time to class.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
This changes the sentence because you want to make sure that the word, okay, is used in the present tense. We want to make sure that the word is used in the present tense. So I tried to arrive on time to class. Okay, and for my Spanish speakers, que recuerden, queremos tratar de usar que en este contexto en el presente. Yo intento llegar a tiempo a la clase. So again, that's one example. As a class, who thinks that they can give me an example for you? Or who think about it? Take a couple seconds and then tell me, okay, what do you think, okay, a good sentence is for you arrive? So now no one has an example?
A little change, teacher. They say you come, you try arrive at time class, and then I say you try arrive
arrive on time to
on
class.
time to class. Oh, okay.
So okay, we use the same thing from the top. Okay, means all we really have to do is change the you.
Okay.
It's you try to arrive on time.
Time to class. Okay.
Okay. Remember this. Okay. For example, I'm gonna same thing.
He tried to rise on time to class.
To arrive on time to class.
No creo que va a ir mañana todavía, Roberto. Ujú. La doctora le dio para ahora y mañana justificante.
Let me go ahead and try. Okay, and I'm sorry that I muted you. So we have, he tries to arrive on time to class. So here, really, we're using two verbs. Okay, I don't know if you saw that already. No sé si se dieron cuenta. So the first verb, okay, try. And then my second verb, okay, arrive. Okay, my first verb, try, in the first one, my second verb, arrive. And then my first verb, tries. And then my second word, arrive. So again, we're practicing using this in the correct context. Okay, and sometimes I know my students are like, I don't know. You can always try to Google, okay, sentences for this specific verb. Okay, I'm gonna change it. So instead of saying she tries to arrive, okay, I'm gonna change my sentence to she always arrives on time to class. She always meaning all the time. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, she's always on time, arrives on time. Okay, when we say we
so in he, we don't have to put arrives. We don't have to put s. We don't need to put s in the end.
I don't know if you heard me. There's two verbs.
Oh, okay. Try. So it's going try.
If you notice on the word tries, oops, let me. Okay, that's where we put the s. Okay, but in the simple, for he and she, end with an s.
Yeah.
And so the first one has tries.
Tries is the first verb.
But not for the second one, not for number two.
Oh, okay.
For the first one, we only have one verb. So our verb for she, it always is not a verb.
It's not a verb. Yeah. Arrives.
Arrives is the verb. So that's why.
Oh, okay. I understand. Thank you.
Oh, well, no problem. You're welcome. So for we, meaning all of us, we, okay, we're going to do negative. We don't arrive on time to class today. We don't arrive on time. We didn't arrive on time, okay, to class today. And that was, okay, my fault. Fue culpa mía. So we didn't arrive on time to class today.
Negative.
And again, that would be the past tense. Okay, so it gets confusing. And then they
never arrive on time.
They never arrive on time to class. So I really want you to practice these. Okay, and the reason why I want you to practice is because you want to make sure that you know how to use these words in the correct context. It arrives, for example, here, doesn't, he tries to arrive on time. What I want you to do is, if you have time, okay, tonight or tomorrow before Thursday, I want you to practice, okay, conjugating arrive. I want you to practice conjugating leave.
He changed.
And I want you to practice conjugating.
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay, I want you to practice appear. I want you to practice disappear. I want you to practice fight, the word save, the word drop, the word find, the word win, lose. Okay, all of these words, I want you to practice them. Okay, it's simple. What's easy is to conjugate them. Okay, that's the simple part. Conjugating them is simple. So if we put the word leave, I, simple, leave. You leave. He, remember us, leaves. She leaves. We leave. They leave. So remember our two S's for she and for
She.
you have to make sure we add an S. This part, the sentences, okay, that's what's going to be difficult for some of you. Okay, that is always the most challenging part. But we want to make sure that you practice writing sentences. So those sentences have to make sense. Okay, you have to have the pronoun I, you have to have the verb leave. And it's up to you to finish that sentence. I leave, and then you tell me the rest of that sentence.
I leave home.
Okay, I don't just want you to say home. Okay, I want you to push yourself to say more. Okay, you need to say more. Okay, because a lot of you are advanced and intermediate. Okay, if you're still beginning, si están como principiantes, that's okay. But for my students who are intermediate and who are advanced, you need to write more than I leave home. Okay, you want to make sure that you push yourself. So when we say I leave, we can say I leave home at 7.
7 o'clock.
Okay. Or I leave more early today? No?
Okay, that one would be the past tense also.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, it makes sense, tiene sentido, it makes sense, but I would have to say I left
I
home
left
earlier.
home. Okay.
But then this would be the past tense and not the present tense.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
I want you to practice, okay, the present, I leave home at 7 o'clock. Okay, for example, you
You leave home.
Kim,
You leave home.
we're gonna see today. So you leave class at 8:30.
Okay.
Okay,
He
again,
leaves
more information.
He
So
leaves home.
So remember that when we make them short, okay, that's simple. Okay, we want to make sure that we're pushing to make them more complex.
He leaves home.
Okay, so this is going to be your homework. You're going to do the word leave, the conjugation, the sentence. You're going to do the verb, the conjugation, the sentence for appear. You're going to do that for disappear, the verb, and then a sentence. The same thing we did with arrive, okay, and the word leave. I want you to make sure that you do that with appear, disappear, fight, save, drop, find, and win and lose. Those are the words that you need to make sure that you practice.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is move over, okay, tonight to Burlington English. So in Burlington English, okay, and for my newer students, I'm gonna go ahead and go to BE login. Your username is different. Remember, okay, no se confundan. Do not get confused. Your username is always a number. As a student, it's a number. For me, it's my first name and my last name. So I'm gonna log in. We're gonna go to courses. We're still gonna work from high beginners. And tonight we're gonna do an in-class lesson. We already did achieving goals. We already did simple present. So what I'm doing tonight is we're gonna go to the present continuous. So in the present continuous, we're adding one more, lesson to what we should know. Okay, a lot of my students, and we go over this so that you know, okay, the more advanced. So in this lesson, we're going to review. It's just a review, repaso. What we're going to look at is, okay, the difference. So for example, okay, here we have, I usually drive. Today I'm walking. Okay, the next picture, we're sitting in the cafeteria today. We usually don't come here for lunch. We eat in the park. The next one, he usually doesn't stay home. Today he's sick, so he isn't going to school. So we have 3 different pictures. Okay, and don't forget about the pictures. So I want us to look at picture number 1. Okay, and in picture number 1, they use drive and walking. Okay, both of these are verbs, both. So don't get confused. We're looking at drive as a verb and walking as another verb. Okay, for picture number 2, okay, we have the word sitting. We're sitting. Okay, and then we have the second verb, don't come. And then we have a third verb, okay, eat. For the last picture, doesn't stay home. So stay is our verb, and isn't going as our verb number 2. So again, we have 2 verbs here. We have 3 here, and then we have 2 here. So we want to make sure that we categorize these. Usually, what verbs are usually? And then what verbs are today? So looking at number 1, I usually drive to work. Today I'm walking. Okay, what verb does she use that we have usually?
Drive.
Right. Right.
Okay, so this one we want to make sure we put the word drive. Okay. What about today? What is she doing today?
Walking.
Walking.
So she's walking.
I'm walking.
So remember, drive and walking. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a few seconds to look at number 2, picture number 2. Okay, what is, and then what is?
Don't come.
Come, usually.
Come and
Don't
enjoy
come.
and eat.
Don't come.
Eat.
Don't come.
And eat.
You don't come and then today.
Don't come. We are sitting. Don't come.
Today is sitting.
Sitting is today. Okay. And eat, teacher, is an usually?
So okay, eat would also be usually.
Okay. And the other one.
And don't come is today isn't going.
Don't stay home.
Okay.
Usually is stay.
Doesn't stay.
Doesn't stay home.
Don't stay home.
Doesn't stay home.
Stay home and they usually, yeah. Isn't going.
Today isn't going.
So for my students who are looking at this, okay, let me go ahead and erase all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and put in pink usually. So I want you to make sure that you see, okay, usually drive. That's one verb, usually. Okay, here, usually don't come. That's 2.
Yes.
Okay, then we have, okay, even though here it doesn't say usually,
We eat.
We eat in the park is part of this. It's part.
Oh, okay.
So that's why this is, okay, number 3. And then again, usually doesn't stay home.
Stay home.
So we have them here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I'm going to go ahead and use a color, okay, green, dark green, and we're going to go to today. Today
is the present, teacher, and then how they ENG.
Okay, they're both the present, Mildred, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Okay.
So this one, walking, today, que recuerden, today means now, right now. So it's still going to be the present, but it's a different type of verb.
Oh, okay.
Walking, 1. Sitting, okay, today, sitting, that's 2. And isn't going, again, today, isn't going, that's number 3. So, okay, Mildred brought up a good question. It is a really good question because both of them, okay, both drive and walking, I'm walking, are both the present. Okay, both of them. Okay, except one of them is an action that is taking place now. And I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, no sé si tenga sentido. So I'm going to give you an example and then we're going to look at the notes. Okay, for example, okay, I usually stay home on the weekends. Okay, no, I usually stay home. We're going to just keep it simple. I usually stay home.
Usually stay home.
Usually.
Stay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I don't know if this makes sense. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Okay, but one of my examples is, okay, what I usually do. Okay, usualmente, okay, and it talks about every day. So even though it says usually, we're still referring to present, stay. I usually stay home. Today, an action happening now, I am driving. Okay, so we're going to talk about the difference right now. Vamos a hablar de la diferencia. So let me go ahead and show you, okay, the next slide then, because I don't want to confuse you. So for the next slide, okay, we know how to do this already. We should know how to do this, which is what I'm having you do for homework tonight and tomorrow. And then by Thursday, have it done. I walk, you walk, okay, he, she walks, we walk, you walk, and they walk. Okay, we have this in the simple present. Okay, and here it tells us use a simple present to talk about routines, habits, and facts. Okay, so rutinas, hábitos, y hechos. Routines, habits, and facts. Okay, those are 3 things that we use a simple present for. Here's where you're gonna get confused because I know last year some of my students said, oh, me acuerdo de esto. Okay, I'm remembering this. Okay, we have, these are different. Okay, we're using 2 verbs, everyone. The first verb comes from the word to be. And then plus our second verb. So our first verb turns into I am, you are, he or she is, we, you, and they are. That's verb number 1. Verb number 2, it's going to end with ing. I am watching, you are watching, ends with an ing. He, she is watching, ends with an ing. Okay, you, we, you, and they are watching, also ends with an ing. And this is called the present continuous. Okay, and if we read here, use the present continuous to talk about things that are happening now. So that's really what I want you to understand is we're using for things that are happening now. For example, okay, I'm going to give you an example of what is happening right now. Okay, right now, you are listening to me. Okay, you are listening to me. Okay, right now you are writing notes. Right now you are looking at the screen. So these are all things that you're doing right now. Okay, 3 things that some of you might be doing. So again, present continuous, we use the verb are or am or is. And then our second verb has to end with ing. Okay, you are listening. You are writing. You are looking. Okay, and it gives you more examples. Okay, notes, common expressions. Okay, for example, now, right now, today, this year. And then rules, okay, like eat, we're putting ing. Take, taking. Sit, sitting. So we're going to talk about the spelling rules, okay, on Thursday. Okay, when we talk about spelling rules, okay, we'll talk about what they mean. Okay, we have contractions. Okay, for example, instead of saying I am, our contraction is going to be I'm. Instead of saying you are, our contraction is going to be your.
You're
watching.
Is,
He
we're going to say he's.
is
his,
watching.
Instead of saying she is, we're going to say
she's,
she's. Not cheese,
she's,
cheese. Okay, same with we are. We're going to say were.
or.
Okay,
You,
you are, but we'll do it again.
your,
Your. And then what about for they are?
they are, right?
There.
They are.
Okay, and this one there.
There.
They are.
Remember that English is so complicated because it's a complicated language. Okay, there, okay, I know you have heard it before. There's three different theirs in English. 3. The first one is there.
Yeah.
The second one is there. And then the third one is there. Okay, and all 3 of them are said the same way. They're pronounced exactly the same way. There, there,
Yeah.
They are. They are.
Oh.
all 3. Okay, so if you've never heard of these 3, okay, and here's what I want to tell you. Even people who speak English, even people who are monolingual, even people who have always gone to learn English, they don't know how to use these. Okay, so I'm just letting you know. I know a lot of my students, some of you really want to learn grammar. Okay, but I'm going to tell you, the reality is that even English speakers when they're writing, they make mistakes when they're talking. Okay, everyone makes mistakes. So please do not, okay, expect yourself to be perfect. Okay, because I want you to think about your first language. Okay, do you think that you know how to write everything correctly in your first language? Okay, for example, are you, okay, an excellent writer in Spanish? Are you an excellent writer in Chinese? Are you an excellent writer in, okay, Tagalog? Are you an excellent writer? And oftentimes the answer is going to be no. Okay, usually it's going to be. Especially for my Spanish speakers, que esos acentos yo no sé cuántos pueden poner las tildes, que en las palabras donde llevan las tildes, que correctamente. Okay, so again, okay, grammar is complicated. Grammar is always going to be complicated, but obviously it's part of learning a language too. So what I want to do is share with you the next screen. So with the next screen, okay, we're going to do a practice. And don't tell me an answer yet. I don't want you to tell me an answer yet. I want you to read on your own. Okay, and then it tells us, okay, we have to identify 6
like
simple present in yellow and 4 examples of the present continuous in green. So we have a total of 10 verbs that we have to highlight. So read this, and then I'm going to ask 2 of you to volunteer to read this.
Teacher,
Yes.
this is Naji. I'm out totally because I'm not here. What are you talking about exactly? That's why I'm just keep quiet, you know.
So, Naji, right now we're talking about verbs.
Which paper? Which paper? I don't know.
Can you repeat that? I can't hear you.
Hmm? Hello.
Okay, did you hear me, Naji?
No, I'm not hear you.
Okay, your question?
What you say?
Can you please repeat your question?
My question, because I didn't find the pic, the lesson you're talking about.
Oh, this one, Naji, is not a student lesson. This is class right now. So this is a lesson that we're going over together, and then you're going to go over the lesson by yourself later tonight. So this is for the classroom only.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and see if we can find this in 2 minutes, everyone. I'm sorry, in 1 minute. Okay, and then I'm going to call on 6 of you. So take a minute to look for the present, the simple present. So I am going to read it while you look for them. It says, Miss Serena teaches ESL. She works part-time 4 mornings a week. She doesn't work on Fridays. Today, her students are learning about the US, but they aren't reading and they aren't speaking. They are watching a movie. Miss Serena sometimes shows movies in class. Her students always enjoy them, and she enjoys them too. So let's go ahead and stop this. Okay, in yellow, okay, we have to highlight the present simple. So who thinks, okay, I'm gonna ask, let me see. Who wants to be the volunteer to tell me one verb in the simple present? A verb, any verb.
Learning about the US.
Learning is not the simple present.
Works.
Teaches.
Teaches.
Work.
And works.
Work.
So work is one.
Student.
Always.
Sorry, that's part of verb number 1. So doesn't work is one. Okay, what's another one?
Doesn't.
Studies.
Studies.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. And not
Reading.
Reading.
Her study are learning.
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 the verb is not simple.
Watching.
Speaking. Speaking. Watching. Speaking.
Enjoying.
So, okay, here's the
Enjoying. Enjoy.
Enjoys.
Enjoy. He enjoys.
Works.
She enjoys.
Works.
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 What?
Speaking. Speaking.
Always.
Reading.
No.
Okay, so let me see.
I'm
Okay.
not watching, teacher.
All of you, sorry. So remember, okay, present simple. Okay, for example, read, like she reads, would be simple present, simple. She is reading is a continuous. So remember that. So she reads is simple, the simple present. And then she is reading would be the continuous. So it tells us 6 examples in the present simple. So one example is the following. Okay, in line 1, teaches. Okay, so we have teaches, works, doesn't work. We have 3. We need 3 more. Okay, so reading this, you can read it again. Miss Serena teaches ESL. She works part-time 4 mornings a week. She doesn't work on Fridays. Today, her students are learning about the US, but they aren't reading and they aren't speaking. They are watching a movie. Mrs. Serena sometimes shows movies in class. Her students always enjoy them and she enjoys them too. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna help you. There's, okay, in the last 2 lines, we have the verbs.
Shows.
Shows is 1.
Enjoy.
Enjoys.
Enjoys is another one.
Enjoys.
And we have one more. One more.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Yeah.
So all of these, okay, teaches, works, doesn't work, shows, enjoy, and enjoys, they're all the simple present. All of them. Okay, they're simple present. And now it says 4 examples of the present continuous. They have to be in green.
Learning.
Learning.
Speaking.
Reading.
Learning.
Speaking.
Is 1.
Reading.
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 Watching.
Watching.
Speaking.
Speaking.
Are watching.
Or watching.
Speaking.
And then one more.
Speaking.
Okay, and then don't forget to include
Are
Speaking.
what the heck? Oh no, it's not letting me.
the time?
Yeah, I think it's a time. But anyway, okay, these are the verbs.
All right.
Are learning, aren't reading, aren't speaking, are watching. Okay, and we have teaches, work, shows, enjoy, and enjoys. Okay, we want to make sure that we can understand these verbs. So
Teacher, the other one, the learning, reading, and watching, then you need close the green one, aren't speaking, is close the one verb? And present continue, aren't speaking? Oh, okay.
So, okay, Mildred, remember if we go back, okay, these are the present continuous.
Oh, yes, true. Yeah, thank you.
And
Thank
then-
you. Yes, thank you.
So remember that we always have positive and negatives.
Oh, okay.
Other parts, they're called affirmatives.
Affirmative or negatives. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Let me go ahead and do one more activity with you tonight. Uno más, one more. Okay, and I hope that you understand that. I'm hoping. Okay, let's go ahead and do practice number 6 and see if we understand. So I am going to give you, okay, a couple minutes to look at this. Okay, and I'm going to ask, okay, oh, there's 6 of them. Okay, there's 6 of them. So let's go ahead and put a timer. Okay, we want to say Nin listens or is listening to music at home a lot. Right now, she listens or is listening to music in the car. Okay, you're going to tell me, okay, which one it is. Is your Dasha studies or is studying for her high school equivalency test exam? Or she studies or is studying every day? Tom makes or is making dinner every night. Today he makes or is making pasta. Okay, we don't watch or are not watching a lot of TV, but today we watch or are watching a soccer game. This morning I eat or am eating breakfast at a cafe, but I usually eat or am eating breakfast at home. So I want you to try to do this in 5 minutes. I want you to write this. So this, I want you to take a moment. I want to make sure, okay, while we're finishing the 20 seconds that we have, okay, that you understand that grammar is difficult. Okay, just understand grammar is going to be difficult. Okay, I don't always like to focus on grammar. Let me go ahead and. I don't always like to focus on grammar because I feel like a lot of students, okay, automatically, okay, here, we're thinking about grammar. They shut down and they're like, oh, I know, I'm never going to learn English. And then they stop coming to class. And that's very true. Okay, a lot of my students say it's because I never learned this. Okay, or I don't understand this. Okay, and then a lot of my students feel like I really have to learn this. Okay, here's the thing. When someone learns to speak English, okay, you're gonna learn, okay, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and you're gonna make mistakes. Okay, and hopefully there's people that are gonna correct your mistakes. But learning a language does take time, and it has to be. You all have to be very patient. Patient. Okay, I keep thinking about a saying. Okay, you don't learn from one day to the next. That's how you say it in English. But in Spanish, no aprendes de la noche a la mañana. So it takes a while. Okay, so I want to see, okay, the following. If you wrote this, if you have a marker, if you have a highlighter, I want you to mark this. The word right now, I want you to mark it. I want you to mark every day. Okay, I want you to mark today.
Today.
I want you to mark every night. Okay, and then we have, what else do we have? Today, again. This morning. And then usually.
Usually.
So these words are going to help you determine. Oh no, I'm sorry, we have a lot too. These words are going to help you determine if it's going to be the present or if it's going to be the continuous. So looking at the first one, who wants to read the first sentence?
Can I try reading, teacher?
Yes, Mildred, go ahead.
Okay, Neil listens to music at home a lot. Right now is listening in the car.
Thank you. Yes.
Good.
You are correct, Mildred. So Nin listens to music at home a lot. Right now, she is listening to music in the car. Who wants to try number 2? Okay.
Me.
Year.
Go ahead, David.
Okay, this year, Dash studies is studying for her high school equivalency exam. She is studying every day.
Good job. This year, Dasha is studying for her high school equivalency exam. She studies every day. Okay. And I'll tell you why in a minute, and we forgot to highlight this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
this year.
And then Rosa, I think you wanted to read one. Do you want to read number 3?
Okay. Tom makes dinner every night. Today he is making pasta.
Okay, thank you. Okay, my next person volunteer for number 4.
Yo.
We don't watch
Who said yo?
a lot of TV, but today
No.
No, I didn't hear you. Like, ¿quién dijo yo? Who said yo?
we all
Jessica.
Oh, Jessica, go ahead, Jessica. I'm sorry.
games.
We are not watching a lot of TV,
but today we are watching a soccer game.
So second one is correct. We want to say we don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
Okay, and then today we are watching. Okay, soccer.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and ask number 5 a volunteer for number 5.
This morning I am eating.
So Selene, do you want to read number 5?
Yes.
Okay, Selene.
Okay. This morning I am eating breakfast at a cafe, cafeteria or cafes.
Cafe.
Yeah, but I usually eating breakfast at home.
So this morning I am eating breakfast at a cafe.
This morning I am eating breakfast at a cafe.
So does that make sense, everyone? Okay, or how many are very confused? So let me stop sharing this. Okay, in the chat, tell me, okay, are you confused a little bit? A lot? Okay, or how many of you understand? If you understand, give me a thumbs up. Okay, Mildred. Mildred, I think you're the only one, Rosa.
How you gonna get some time?
Maybe 5 of you? Okay, thank you. Okay, what I'm gonna do, okay, because I think I see a lot of faces that are confused. I think I see a lot of confused faces. Okay.
This morning I eat breakfast.
So I am gonna go ahead and do this worksheet. And let me go ahead and share our screen. And then we can go over this too on Thursday. So you're gonna have to choose if it's present simple or present continuous. Okay, he usually go to work by bus. Okay, and so you have to tell me what the correct answer is. Is it he usually goes to work by bus or he usually is going to work by bus? Okay, you tell me. Okay, is it gonna be
Goes.
Goes.
Going.
Goes.
So I want you to practice. Okay, I'll put it in the Google Classroom. Okay, and I see a lot of you. Okay, remember, part of learning the language is learning how to do a lot of this. So live worksheet. Okay, verb practice. Uh-oh, my computer. Practice. And then I'm gonna put the link here and add it and then put it for 5th week. So if you want to practice, more present simple and present continuous, you have the live worksheet. Click on it and it'll take you here. And then we can go through the answers on Thursday. Okay, any questions, everyone? Any questions?
No.
Okay, so it's 8:27. I'm gonna go ahead and have you go home. Okay, thank you everyone who was present. Okay, thank you. I will see you on Thursday.
Yes.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Teacher,
Bye.
excuse me.